During the first three games in NFL preseason of 2016 and 17, Colin Kaepernick decided to take a seat during the national anthem. This went nationally televised and the media was all over it and people criticized him for doing so. After having a conversation with a Navy veteran, he decided to start taking the kneel during the national anthem as he thought it was more respectful. His reasoning behind all of this was that he didn't think equality was fair between African Americans, whites, Hispanics, and all that in America at the time, and he didn't believe standing for the flag and something in a country where equality should be equal didn't exist. As the season progressed and the regular season came around, many other football players followed his lead and started protesting the national anthem during the games as well. Whether they were kneeling, raising their fist, or holding arms, locking arms together, they were symbolizing unity together as a team and showing equality. And many teams are doing that nowadays in the game of this season of 2017 and 18. A lot of people are locking arms. It's going nationally televised, every single game of teams locking arms, standing together, equality. And so their message are getting across, but there's a lot of criticism to their message. A lot of people are boycotting the NFL and not watching the television anymore. President Trump made comments about it that were not professional of him, you could say. But these football players are only exercising their First Amendment rights, and it's their right to do so. And it's our right as Americans not to judge them for it, because it's their beliefs, and this is a free country where you can express freedom of speech and all that. Americans have stood up for what they believe in the past. For example, Jane Monroe with abortion. She was heavily criticized when she went to court for that, and the media got a hold of her and bashed her on that. The courts ended up favoring her because she was constitutionally correct, because it was her right to decide whether or not she wanted to have an abortion or not. And people look back at that and think that she was in her right, and she was. But at the time, during that time period, a lot of people were against her. And now there are still people against abortion nowadays, but people are now understanding of why she was fighting for her right to have a child or not. Another example would be gay marriage when it was being pushed to be legalized. A lot of people criticized gays and didn't think it was right, and that it was unconstitutional. But when in reality, it's a free country, and people come here to live freely and practice their beliefs. And if they believe in gay marriage, then they should be able to be married to a man, woman, a woman to a woman, a man to a man. It doesn't matter, because that's their choice and it's their freedom to do so. Now most Americans look back on those incidents and ask themselves, how could the majority of Americans be against this at one point or another? Because now a lot of Americans nowadays stand by gays for gay marriage and women for their rights, for such as abortions, whether or not they want one or not, because that's their decision. It's not right for other people to bash people for their beliefs or their rights, because everyone has equal rights. So it doesn't matter skin color or the way or your beliefs, that those rights should be restrained for yourself. As a country, we need to respect everyone's rights. It doesn't matter if we agree with them or disagree, because everyone's granted to their right to believe in what they believe in this country due to the First Amendment. It's not about being with or against the protesters, but respecting their right to do so.